does not exist. Dear James, James, the Bernabeu is your Bernabeu. Just like to mention that we also have here today the embassy of the ambassador of Colombia, who has come to be with us today on such a special day. James, welcome to Real Madrid. Many thanks.
Tiene la palabra el embajador de Colombia en España, don Fernando Carrillo.
And now the ambassador of Colombia in Spain, Fernando Carrillo, is going to say a few words on such a special day for his country.
Real Madrid, don Florentino Pérez, señores miembros de la junta directiva de este querido equipo, hinchas del Real Madrid, queridos compatriotas colombianos aquí en la tribuna del
all the Colombians, all the fans of Real Madrid and the directors of the club. I've come to read the message that our country's president has sent. On a day when James Rodriguez is going to rewrite the history of Colombian football. For that reason, Alfredo Di Stefano is the most important name to mention, the first name to mention on a day like today. For that reason, I'd like to pay homage to Don Alfredo on such a special day.
Dice así el mensaje: como presidente de la República, pero sobre todo colombiano, me llena de emoción la llegada de nuestro
And here is the message from the president of Colombia.
Al Real Madrid. No es para menos.
For us, it's a great honor to have one of our compatriots, James Rodriguez, to be playing for this club after such a fantastic performance for his country in Brazil. After that World Cup, he's now given us another reason to be happy. After the prize he gave us for the best goal at the World Cup. In Colombia, we respect greatly Real Madrid. We have roots at Real Madrid because of, as I said, Don Alfredo Di Stefano's presence in the past. The club does lots of work in our country. Los triunfos de todos nuestros deportistas son la cara de la nueva Colombia que estamos construyendo. And we're trying to build day by day a new country, and the success of our sportsmen is very important. And we celebrate with him on this day, on the 22nd of July 2014, that one of our Colombians is joining the greatest club in world football. A la Madrid, a la James Rodriguez. And last of all, long live Colombia.
Tiene la palabra el nuevo jugador del Real Madrid, James.
And now we get to hear finally the words of the new signing, James Rodriguez.
Buenas tardes.
Good evening. Very happy to be here. It's a dream made reality for me. I hope to give you lots of happiness and lots of titles in the future. A la Madrid. So we move on to the official photos for the new signing. What a reception in the Bernabeu, in the Santiago Bernabeu, for James Rodriguez. Florentino Perez just beckoning over there, the ambassador of Colombia in Madrid, Fernando Carrillo, to also join in the photos. And I think we're going to get to see also the family of James. Not sure who has made the trip with him to the Bernabeu for this special moment. I think we'll be seeing his wife for a special photo with the president of Madrid and that famous number 10 shirt, famous in the world of football and famous at Real Madrid, and that is going to be the shirt that James Rodriguez will be wearing in this stadium next season. So we now see members of the board of directors of the club also take the stage and take the place for the official photo. They of course are well used to these occasions. We were here last week, just on Thursday, last Thursday in the Santiago Bernabeu, for a similar presentation for the German international Toni Kroos. And now we're here for James Rodriguez. Two of the big stars of the recent World Cup in Brazil. And how proud is this club, Real Madrid, that they'll both be playing their football in the Santiago Bernabeu next season. And look at the smile on the face of James Rodriguez. Possibly one of the happiest occasions of his life. Well, possibly or certainly, I would say, at the moment of his young career. 23 years of age. Born in Cúcuta in central Colombia. He moved to Ibagué and grew up in that town in the centre of the Andean country, and that's where he started his football career, and this is where it is ended at the moment to today in the Santiago Bernabeu, ready to start a new chapter with Real Madrid. James just coming down towards the pitch, and we may actually see him on the pitch. Whether he's going to do that in his suit or whether we're going to see him in a Real Madrid strip, we'll soon find out. But he's coming down to enjoy the atmosphere of what is a very, if not packed, at least a half-full Bernabeu. And we'll be back in a short while to see James on the pitch, and for later for the press conference at Real Madrid TV. Here we are back in the Santiago Bernabeu for the traditional walk on the pitch to meet the press. Some ball juggling I think we'll see in a minute, but also to go and see those fans. Special reception for James Rodriguez tonight, or this evening I should say. It's just gone 8:30 in the Spanish capital, and we've had the presentation of James Rodriguez in the presidential box
with speeches from Florentino Perez, the club president, and Fernando Carrillo, the ambassador for Colombia in Spain, and of course some brief words from James Rodriguez. But this is what he does best. He couldn't wait to get down on the pitch and kick that ball. And we're going to see a few tricks, I would imagine, now, as is customary on these occasions. So the press get their photo for tomorrow's newspapers. Of course, these photos nowadays will be all over the internet within minutes of James Rodriguez on his presentation as a new Real Madrid player for the 2014-2015 season. And there's quite a reception there for him. Many Colombian shirts in the stadium. The famous yellow shirt of Colombia. Big population, of course, of that South American country, living in Spain, living in the Spanish capital in Madrid, and they're going to love seeing this player next season play in their city, or their adopted city, for Real Madrid. And he looks as if he's enjoying the occasion. As he waits patiently for the press, photographers to get their photo. Smiling throughout, and of course you would expect him to. It's a big day for such a young player, 23 years of age. James Rodriguez, the golden boot at the Brazil World Cup, and of course, as we've been showing you all day on Real Madrid TV, that fantastic goal. And there he goes and grants the wishes off the crowd. The crowd was singing earlier, kiss the badge, kiss the badge. And look at those yellow shirts of Colombia. And he's off there now to greet those people who've come out. They've stood patiently in the heat. It's a very hot day in Madrid, as it was last week for the presentation of Toni Kroos. And James Rodriguez with the balls laid on there for him to kick into the stands. A lot of those will be caught by his compatriots, people from Colombia who've come out here to join Real Madrid fans to welcome this player to the club. Tonight's presentation has been specifically timed for Colombia. It's of course going out to Colombia, great interest there, and it started at 1 p.m. Colombian time, lunchtime in Colombia, early evening in Madrid. Such is the interest in that country of this player signing for Real Madrid, that the ambassador of Colombia to Spain was here to add his words to the presentation and to welcome his fellow Colombian to Spain, to the city of Madrid, and to Real Madrid. And he spoke in those words, of course, of the great pride that